All right, let's dive in. Today, we're doing something a little different. Instead of the usual facts and figures, we're going to explore a really personal moment. Just a single moment of reflection. And sometimes those are the ones we can learn the most from.
So the whole thing starts with a really simple, direct introduction. He just says, "My name is Santosh Bhamik." And right off the bat, this isn't some formal report, right? This is personal. This is someone sharing their own experience straight from them to us. And then he tells us exactly where he is. And right now, I am in Arunachal Pradesh. Boom. Just like that, we're there with him. It's not just some abstract thought. It's happening in a real, specific place. Okay, so for this first part, let's really break this down. We've got one voice in one very specific place. We're going to look at the setting that created this really profound feeling he's about to describe. The first thing he tells us is the date, December 14th. And that's a small detail, but it's important, It's not just a random memory, it's a specific moment in time he's capturing, almost like he's writing in a journal. It gives the whole thing this real sense of weight.
And get this, the day is Sunday. Think about that. Sundays just have a certain feel to them, don't they? They're usually quieter, a day for rest, maybe a little reflection. So it's really the perfect backdrop for the kind of experience he's having.
All right, now we get to the core of it. And this is what's so fascinating. It's this duality. How can you feel the energy of a city and, at the very same time, this incredibly deep sense of peace? Let's dig into that.
So Santosh says, the work here, the atmosphere here, and this city, I loved everything from the heart. That's not just, I had a nice time. That phrase, dil se, from the heart, that's everything. It tells you this is a really deep, genuine feeling he has for the whole experience.
Okay, to really get what he's talking about next, we need to know this one crucial word, sukoon. Now, you could translate it as peace or quiet, but it's so much more than that. It's a soul-deep kind of tranquility. That feeling of profound inner calm when everything in the world just feels right. You know that feeling? And that brings us to the main point, the big observation. He says, truly, Arunachal is a place that feels like a city, but also gives you sukoon. And that's the beautiful contradiction, right? How can one place have the buzz and the energy of a city, but at the same time give you that deep, peaceful feeling of being on a retreat? It's amazing. And this really breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you've got the sheher, the city. What does that feel like? Well, it's the work here. It's busy. It's active. And then on the other side, you've got sukoon, that deep peace. And that's the atmosphere here. It's just the vibe, the feeling in the air. And somehow both of these things are happening at once. What a powerful experience.
So when you experience something that profound, it's only natural that it leads to some pretty powerful emotions. And in this next part, we're going to see how this observation he's made transforms into this really deep sense of gratitude.
He says, "From my heart, I thank the one above." And there's that phrase again, dil se, from the heart. It really drives home how sincere this is. It's not just a throwaway line, it's a deep, genuine thank you. Which kind of makes you wonder,
Why? Why is he so thankful? What is it about this specific feeling, finding peace inside the energy of a city, that makes him feel so incredibly grateful? And that question brings us to our last part. This is where we see his very personal reflection kind of zoom out. It becomes this bigger, more universal idea about those really precious, sometimes fleeting, moments we all have in life.
the reason he's so grateful? It starts with this simple but really powerful phrase, because some moments. And that right there tells you everything. This wasn't just another Tuesday. This was something special, something rare.
And here's the conclusion. He says, not everyone is fortunate enough to see such moments in life. And that's it, isn't it? The gratitude comes from realizing just how rare this experience is. This perfect mix of purpose and peace, of the city and that sukoon, it's a gift. A moment of pure clarity that, let's be honest, not everyone gets to have.
So that kind of leaves us with a question for ourselves, doesn't it? With all the busyness, all the noise in our own lives, when was the last time you really, truly felt that kind of deep peace, that sukoon? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me on this one.